Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. And for those that are coming back, like returning subscribers, thank you so much. You guys are really amazing. And if you just bumped to this video or you were searching for something related to this and bumped to this video, please and please kindly subscribe, like, comment, share, give in your thoughts, your opinions on this particular topic. And because this is going to be more, I think it's going to be more interesting than the other one. Well, let's get into the video. I uploaded was more of hostel, like advantages and disadvantages of staying in the hostel. So here there's going to more be advantages and disadvantages of staying in the off campus. And so off campus, like I said in the other video, is a place situated outside the university college where students live, and it's quite expensive. So first, one advantage is I one advantage here is um, more independent. Living off campus helps you to build that independent life. For instance, when you stay off campus, it gives you that exposure. Like you want to think out of the box on what to do, extra sauce. Like if you a fan of TikTok or a fan of Instagram and you see people that do room tour, get ready with me, get ready with me to clean my room, get ready with me. When you see things like that, it inspires you because you know you have a space, you have that space that they also have. Even if yours is not as beautiful as theirs, you can also make yours beautiful. For instance, that more independent life, aside the whole money part, you can start getting some basic things in your room. LED lights to make it more beautiful, a beautiful bed frame, a beautiful chair, beautiful sofa, decorate it, paint it to your taste. You can even start adding extra things, cutting, and just to make it feel like a home for you. Because it's that independent here, it helps because hostels, I don't know, it depends on the particular hostel that you stay, but here in University of Port Harcourt, you don't have that access. You only just put your wallpaper at the side of your wall. You can't do it everywhere. It's just that place, and even at that, it's still not looking like perfect because this person's one is not like that. This person's one is not like that. It's just yours that's like that. But that's independence. Like here, you can do all those things. So when you stay alone, it also helps for those that are into business. Not, don't even those that stay off campus. Sorry, even those that stay hostel, they also do stuffs like that, like sell their business, delivery. But compared to someone that stays off campus, you can take your wardrobe space, or you can just take its space inside your room for your business. For those that are into oil perfumes that produce it themselves, lip glosses, and you produce them yourself, you can stay in your room, make the video, do everything, set out a space for just your business. Let that place be for business. You can even put there's this thing on the wall, like they put it on the wall to describe your brand. You can just put it there and snap it. It's already a place of business. Now it's not just a place for you to come home and rest to, it's also a place for you to advertise your business. For those that sell clothes, the same thing. You decorate a particular place in the room where you wear different clothes and post it. It's also off campus helps with that. It helps you outsource. And but another thing is, with off campus, you want to start living like someone that wants to start a life on his or her own. You want to start living that. Okay, I'm the only one that stays in this room. People that stay alone, people that pay their rent themselves, even if it's your parents that helps you to rent, but you want to have that. Oh, I have access to a private room, a private space. I can't just be coming home and be every day everything is the same. You want to do something that will help that mood, that will, I don't know. So like me, I stay off campus. I stay off campus. I started staying off campus quite early. Though I had a roommate, then I think year 1 year two, I had a roommate. Or can't remember. But honestly, right now this is my 400 level. The staying alone has helped with, it has exposed me because Now I work just to earn like extra source for me to make the room more beautiful. You can even start getting basic amenities if you want to. You can start getting things like sofa, things like blender, things like gas cooker, gas cylinder, tabletop gas, you know, start doing stuff. And when you start seeing that you are doing this yourself, come on, you've already started living that life of, oh, I want to be this person, I want that. You already showing that your role model kind of life. Chide, I don't know, someone like Kamsi Namani, for me, that's like what I want. The way her space is. So when she cleans it, she says the video is very beautiful. I want mine to be like that, even if I don't have all the resources needed, but at least I try to clean it up. So when another person comes in, they should say something nice about it. With that, you already started living that life. So that's like number one advantage. Number two, for quiet atmosphere. Campus off campus camp is so quiet, except you are staying in a very crazy place. But even if you stay in a very crazy place, it's not everybody that has that time. So that off campus, it gives room for more relaxation because it's quiet. Imagine having a very very stressful day, very stressful class. You come home, you just want to eat, bathe, and sleep. So that quiet, but when you after imagine coming back from a very very stressful class, you had a hectic day, then you're coming to your hostel and they tell you that, oh, the supervisor said everyone should come to the quadrangle that they want to pass an information, or you hear that the marshal said you should go and wash the toilet. All those things can be, because they don't understand your mood at the moment. You're tired, you need to rest. But yeah, off campus, who cares? After class, you come back, come to your space, your neat space, you sleep, you rest. You don't need to start stressing yourself over things that doesn't matter. And number two, it gives room for you to study more. I don't say you study. People study in the hostels. Come on, if you don't study in the people study, but majority of people that I know that stay in the hostel, when it's time for them to for exam or for a particular test that is very tough, they'll tell you if they stay in this hostel they won't concentrate. If they stay in this hostel they won't read. So they will rather come to a place off campus that is quiet. And it's not everybody that wants to go inside school campus. It's not everybody that wants to go inside classes. It's not everybody that likes night reading in the school campus and in the school lecture halls. Some prefer a place that they can sleep over. So that way it happens. And with that, number I also have larger space. Like I said, for those that do business, you do all those things. Even those that do deliveries, I know some persons that do delivery, like delivery logistics. They park their bike in the compound, inside like that compound where they live. They park their bike there. Then you send them what you want to deliver. They will pack everything and keep in their room. So the next day they start putting out and it gives larger space. Sometimes some persons that work during the weekend, they just rent like the weekend they rent out the room for something. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, even if it's not what we are thinking about, but they do rent out their rooms for the weekend. For people do that. They do that, and that way it also helps you earn money. Another thing is in the hostels where you have short-term options. After a particular section you are done, you have to bring out everything that you moved in with. So you can reapply. That moment, those that have friends that stay off campus will start bringing in their stuffs there, so they can stay. That's another advantages of staying in the off campus. Then number four, we have access to amenities. When I say access to amenities, compared to the hostels where you have there's a book, there's this oath paper. Remember, they tell you things to do, like rules and regulation, things to do and things not to do. Here you don't have it. In University of Port, people that stay off campus, they tell them not to cook with gas or with electric stove or with hot plate or with whatever. You're only allowed to use stove. And come on, using stove, I can't even remember the last time I used the stove. So some of them like start buying kerosene, all this wahala, they don't like it. But here you can even get hot plates. You have access to get your own freezer, your own fridge. Some people that stay off campus, they even go as far to start getting AC. When I see those people, I used to like, people have money, you're buying AC, for what? But If you have the money, you can. Just as it helps you to start having that thinking of you're now living like big girl, not like big girl, but you're already you're already living that life that you want to live. So access some basic amenities, you start getting your freezer. Some people even go as far to start installing wallpaper, start buying window blinds. You know, when you enter the room, you won't even know that this person is a student. You'll be thinking that this person is one businessman, but because they have the access to amenities, they even go to their house and bring them. You can get your blender, your microwave, your toasting machine, and many more. So that's another disadvantage. And number five, and I think the last one, is exposure. Like I said, staying off campus helps you with that exposure. You're going out. You know, there I like that life whereby you go to school in the morning, you wake up in the morning, say your prayers, brush your teeth, make breakfast, make your bed, clean your room, dress up for school, go to school. After class, you go to the market, get whatever you're going to buy in the market, then come back, rest a bit, cook your meal. I love that. Honestly, I love it. So it supposes you to start living like, oh, you're now on your own. Learn how to manage, learn how to budget. So there's that feeling that it gives. So exposure, because you know when you want to live up to what you want, you have to start looking for a source of income. You have to start looking for a source of income that would help you, manage all those things. So yeah, that's that for the advantages. Yeah, I also wrote down some disadvantages, and number one disadvantages is lack of community. Living off campus can make it difficult to feel connected to the campus. Like I said, sometimes when I get bored in um in in when I get bored in off campus, I just go to the hostel. When you go to the hostel, you cannot be bored. You have access to what is happening like when you go there, start, oh, have you heard that they are building this library? Are you see what this man, there's always a story. And another thing is off campus, by the time you think of, maybe sometimes after class, for those that do practicals, or for those that are into theater arts, whereby you do all night rehearsals, or you do rehearsals or tutorials on whatever thing you want to present. Maybe after class, you're done with class for the day, then they will now tell you, see, you have to come to you have to come for one particular rehearsal. You can be so stressed because you have to take transport again back to school. So that's another. But when you are inside, you're within the vicinity, like you said, the hostel, you see that the place they told you to come to is just for you to trek to the place, or just for you to stroll to the place. But because you stay off campus, you have to start entering keke, tricycle, or a bicycle for you to get there. That's another disadvantage. Then another disadvantage is lack of security. I stay off campus, and there was a time, there's this story, like, not a story, it happened. So there was a time that we were sleeping at night, 3 a.m. Someone started shouting, help, help me. I was so scared. I woke up, I said, what is happening? I didn't sleep in my room that day. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he went nuts, that smoked his life to depression. I'll still come to that to explain that he smoked his life to depression. So maybe what he was seeing, and he wanted to jump from the two-story building. And I was scared. Like, what is happening? Aside that, there was time peeps came. They collected my friends, my neighbor's phone. They collected it. They carried somebody's generator. So all those things. It's compared to a camp or a hostel, you would never see it, except the people that are living within you that will do that, and you can get them fast. But compared to people that came in, you don't know who these people are. So you just have to cry, or just move to another place. So that's lack of security. Now another thing is isolation and loneliness. When you stay in, it makes you isolated. Though there's people that don't feel that way, but I feel it's a normal thing when you stay, because like what happened, there's no of mine, he smokes a lot, he drinks a lot, so that thing made him, is always depressed. Sometimes he come and meet you that, please, that he does not know what is wrong with him, all those things. Because I feel if he had other people in the room with him, about 2 or 3 people in the room with him, when that thing is happening, they will know how to talk to him. you wouldn't want to think as far, but because you stay alone, and when take things like that, it makes you go to cloud 9. So isolation. Sometimes majority of people that kill themselves, they stay off campus. Then they will drop a letter that I can't cope with it anymore because they've when that place is too quiet. They just think. At least I know this is a proverb that said an idle man is the devil's workshop. You don't know what the person is thinking. So when you stay, the place is quiet, nobody's talking to you, nobody's knocking at your door. It's just there. You wake up, you're looking at the ceiling. Honestly, there are days I stay in the room, I just sleep, and when I wake up, I realize that I haven't spoken to anybody. So I have to start doing or just shout. Let me know that yes, I still speak, I can still talk. It happens like that. It happens like that to most people that stay off campus. So that's another isolation. In what meeting? What's that thing that wants to make you isolated? When you have 4 people in your room, some people they even stay in common room where there are about 10 or 15. By the time you come back, somebody has annoyed you, or when you come back, in fact, when you're even climbing the staircase, you're hearing gist. So how do you remember here when you come back, you're inside your room, you're just there on your own. You get that's another disadvantages of staying off campus. Another thing is higher upfront cost. For instance, off in the hostels, you don't get to start paying for water bills. I don't know about that, but here you don't pay for water bills, you don't pay for anything. You just pay for your accommodation and you have access to every other thing. But here you still pay for your rent. Sometimes you see that they tell you that maybe you started your rent at 120, then they tell you, oh, it has increased to 150, oh, it has increased to 170, oh, it has increased to 130. You know, extra expenses. Even with the rent sef, it will still cover that. My own where I stay, even with the rent, it still doesn't cover anything. You still have to pay for your water bills. When the sumo or whatever they call it being used, the machine used to pump water, they tell you that it has spoiled, that you have to contribute money to repair it. Sometimes when you're coming back from school, you see that there's lights everywhere. Then when you come to your compound, there's no light. They'll tell you that the people that in the Nepal people, they have disconnected the light. They start telling you to start contributing money. So all those things that are extra expenses that are not necessary. You're a student, you're trying to manage the little you are getting from your parents, then you start telling you to start paying for lights, start paying for sometimes you even go as far to pay for, it doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes it happens, for sewage removal. So all those things you start paying for expenses here and there. For those, sometimes there's no light for days, for weeks. Then you see people that don't, not weeks, that doesn't last 2 weeks, at least days. You see maybe 2 days no light. And people that use generator, you start servicing it. By the time you service your generator, you buy capacitor, you buy carburetor, you buy top, you buy this. You see that the money that they send to you for upkeep has reduced because you're trying to you're trying to have access to light. So stuff like that makes you spend more money. So that's it about the video, and thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Please do not forget to like, subscribe.